guys, as some of you might know, Nate and I just got back from Nashville where we attended the 1989 tribute show at the City Winery, and it was just such a great event. So many just amazing performers coming together to honor Taylor and her album and raise money for Musicians Corner, which is a great organization doing so many cool things in Nashville. And we were actually able to sit down and talk to nearly all of the performers in the event, which was such a great experience. And we're really excited to share these interviews with you. And make sure that you check out all of these artists on their websites and their social media pages. A lot of them are touring. Definitely check them out. We think you're going to love them. And we are just really glad we got to be part of this event. And we hope you enjoy hearing the interviews. We're here with Chris Allen, and we are very excited. I've been an American Idol fan for feels like my whole life.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been on a long time, so
yeah, right.
If you're 15, then you have been a fan your whole life.
Yeah, exactly. No, there's not. But I was really excited when I saw you were doing this. How did you get involved with this particular event?
I've been doing Musicians Corner stuff for a little bit now. I did a show for them in the summer that they have outside, and then they did a Tom Petty night, and so I said I will absolutely be there for that.
That's awesome.
So
Seriously, right?
we did a couple songs there too, and then they hit me up to do this, and I said absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you've been working on promoting your new album
Yeah.
lately, right?
Yeah.
That's the Letting You In album.
Yeah, it's coming out soon, really soon.
And I saw you announce some tour dates, so that's always exciting.
Tours coming up. You know, this is, I feel like we've had this tour plan for so long, and I'm really excited about it. It's a headlining tour, and we've done a lot of them, but I think it's coupled with the,
Okay.
What is going on?
Some bass.
Coupled with the music feels really good, and just, I'm excited about this, like, this whole spring and summer. I think it's going to be really fun.
Cool. Did you write the album here in Nashville?
Some of it I wrote here in Nashville. Yeah, because I live here now. Some of it I wrote. Actually, it's kind of crazy. I wrote 2 songs on flights. So,
oh wow,
which is I've never done that before. I just sat down and like wrote lyrics.
It's a good time to do it. Yeah,
usually,
it's like right. You can get in the zone.
It's really loud, so I could kind of hum to myself. And so I wrote 2 whole songs like on some long flights. So
what's like your songwriting process typically like then? Like what I guess inspires you?
So typically, I'm a musician first, then I'm a lyricist, and so usually things come out organically. As far as music, I'll just start to play something and get inspired that way. Like, what does this feel like? What am I saying? And then, but the other songs were all just lyric based, and the music came around that. So it happens differently.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know one of our favorite Taylor stories is she talks about just waking up in the middle of the night or like grabbing a napkin. You know,
Absolutely.
you just never know when
like
you're going to think of an
ready
idea.
to write.
I think it's being open to that the inspiration is going to come. Who knows when? Because that's happened to me. I've definitely like been almost asleep and a song will pop into my head, and then if you don't get up, the song is gone.
Right, exactly, yeah.
So you have to see. So I got up one night and I wrote that song, and that song ended up being my favorite song in the last record. So,
which song was that?
It was called "Beautiful and Wild."
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, those things happen, man, and you have to be cognizant of it and like know that, man, if I don't give into this, then it's not going to happen.
Well, I think one of your most widely known songs will always be Live Like We're Dying.
Yeah.
Did you expect it would be as big as it was when you were working on that?
I remember the first time that it was recorded and we got done, I said, this feels really good. Like it just, I think I'm not an idiot.
Right, exactly.
You know, like, you know.
You kind of get that feeling when
when
it works. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of know. I mean, you know the songs that you love and when you love it and you feel like everyone else is going to love it, then there's some this marriage that happens, and that's how I think a lot of hits are formed.
Absolutely, yeah. And speaking of hits, I saw a YouTube cover of yours that I loved, which was Taylor, Shake It Off.
Yes. Yeah.
What made you decide to put that in your set list?
It's a great song. It's a fun, upbeat song. You know, it's one of those songs people know. I'm a fan, so My wife is a fan too. She's a super fan.
Oh, nice. We love those people, right?
She's a super. So Taylor came to. She's gonna be so mad that I'm saying this, but Taylor came to Nashville,
oh, cool.
and her and a friend came, and I guess if you're dressed a certain way or you bringing attention to yourself in a certain way, then they will like bring you to the front or something like that.
Absolutely, right.
Upgrade your seats.
And
they'll let you meet her after the show. Sometimes
they didn't get to meet her, but they did bring her up, and
nice.
her and a friend. She was wearing a cat costume. I guess Taylor has some cats.
Oh yeah,
and they were named
Meredith and Olivia.
So yes, they went as both of them holding signs.
Oh, there we go.
Nice,
that's awesome.
Well, I remember a video from, I think it was 2009, you and Taylor both performed at the Jingle Ball.
I know. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
that whole night, when you think about it, it was insane how many artists that are just monstrous that were performing that night. Taylor, Bieber, who else was there? It was like Mayer.
So many people
It really was. It was like the craziest
what's
lineup,
happening
right?
in this video?
Yeah, like I think I played before Pitbull or after Pitbull because the stage rotated. It was like this weird rotating stage, and so while Pitbull was singing, I'm like getting ready to play, and the stage is rotating. And I'm like, I see Pitbull, and he's like, "All right, man, kill it," or something like that. I don't know. That was a crazy night. Crazy night.
That was 2009. It's crazy how the years fly by. And
Is it it's 2016 now.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So scary.
So in that time since then, have you and Taylor crossed paths at all, or?
I'm trying to think. I think we were at the same Grammy party
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm.
once. It probably wasn't long after that.
Sure.
Since then, no.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
Well, what's
Don't
cool
think
for us
so.
is just as Taylor fans,
Yeah.
anybody you meet will have either some sort of interaction or story or connection to her somehow, but she just touches so many different areas of music and of the world,
what she's been
really.
doing, she's crossed from country to pop,
Right.
and into other genres, I'm sure, as well. And it's just her music is great, man. I think a lot of people really love it.
Now, just out of curiosity, because recently she's been in the news a lot because of
Streaming services.
the streaming services, right?
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, I mean, if you're allowed to say, like, what's your opinion on that? I guess. I mean, small-time artists, should they get paid?
Obviously, of course, we all want to get paid.
Of course,
but do you
absolutely,
value
yeah.
the exposure,
Do you value the exposure more?
or
Just
which
curious.
side are you
Well,
on?
I think for her, she's doing a great thing for us. But she is calling, an attention to it that is needed, and it should be, because there are like laws that are having to be made about it, and people like her can make a huge difference. For me, at the stage that I am in my career, if I was to do that, I don't think people would care. And I'm not saying anything bad about myself, that's just where I'm at. And so for me, it is a good thing.
Well, that's sort of what I talked to this singer-songwriter named Jeff LeBlanc.
Yeah.
Just the other week, he's an up-and-coming singer.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
said the same thing. He was like, "Oh, people would say I'm just a guy with a guitar, but Taylor has the megaphone." I think is what he said.
Yeah,
And
she
it's-
absolutely does.
Yeah,
and
so.
which is great. But things like Spotify have been decent for me.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Do I think that artists should get paid more from those streaming
course.
services?
Yeah.
Yes. But there's no reason for me to not put my stuff
Absolutely.
on there right now.
Right.
And it's kind of like
The
you have to
exposure.
balance,
Yeah.
right? And just being open to change and realizing that all this new technology is just going to keep coming, and there's always going to be something that you have to decide.
People are gonna buy CDs, but not as many. And this is a new way for people to listen to music, and I think we don't have to completely give into it, but you do have to evolve as an industry, really. And I think it's because it's changing so fast, we're always just trying to catch up to it. And I hope that it kind of stays where it is now for
Yeah.
at least a little bit. That way we can kind of catch up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then maybe all will be right in the music world,
Right.
Well, before I forget, tell us about what you're playing tonight, because you're actually not doing a Taylor song.
I know, yeah. So they had asked me, and I had said yes too late, to where I think all the Taylor songs are taken. So,
High demand for those.
Yeah, right. Everyone just jumped on them because I'd actually worked up this mashup of the song I'm doing tonight with another song. They were like, "Hey, someone is doing that Taylor song."
Bummer.
So I'm actually doing. So the premise of the night is you can do a song from
The year 1989.
The year 1989. Yep. So I'm actually going to do Chris Isaak's "Wicked Games." I don't know if you guys know that song, but
I don't know that song.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Okay, fair enough.
A lot of the 80s music is sort of like that. I don't necessarily know the name of the artist, but then I realize I've heard it forever.
It's so freaking it's kind of just amazing.
I'm excited.
Chris Isaak is really, he's just got a
seriously right
sick voice.
Right, exactly, iconic almost.
Yeah, and so hopefully I can do it justice tonight. I've sang the song before, so I actually had thought about it. And thought, maybe that song is from 1989, and then I looked it up immediately.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
1989.
Yeah.
I got excited.
Do you want to tell our listeners where they can find all your current music and your tour dates?
It's kind of everywhere. You can go on the website for chrisallenofficial.com for tour dates and stuff, and then music's on Spotify. It's on iTunes and the website. You can order CDs if you like to do that kind of thing.
Excellent
as well. So.
Well, cool. Thank you so much. We're very excited for the performance tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Awesome. We're very much looking forward to it.
We're here with the Railers. You guys just got done sound checking for tonight. How are you feeling?
Don't get crazy.
That sounded awesome.
We are ready.
I'm so excited.
Yep, we got buckets and megaphones and all sorts of crazy mallets and stuff to play with tonight, so we're going crazy.
Heck yeah.
And tell us about what you're singing tonight, because you are not doing a Taylor song, correct?
No, we are.
We're doing two.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
we are.
Two on the
Opening
set
the
list. Nice.
Yeah, we are. So we're opening the show with a Depeche Mode song called "Your Own Personal Jesus," which was from 1989, and then we're doing our own version of "Blank Space."
Oh,
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Blank Space. Nice. You guys lucked out. You got a good one.
Yeah, we
Good
really
luck.
did.
Right on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, we want this one.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Cassandra was reading through the lyrics, and the lyric of that song is so cool. And a lot of what we try to do is figure out how to make something a duet. And she kind of brilliantly figured out how we could do a guy part and a girl part and make the lyric make sense for a couple that's entering into a new relationship.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's going to be really, really
I'm
cool.
excited.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
like,
awesome.
It turned into this like emotional tug of war song instead of like she rocks sassy like
Sure.
Yeah.
that's what's up.
Right.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, even listening to Ryan Adams' version of it and trying to just kind of fuse all these different ideas together, it was super fun.
Yeah.
Kind of creating it and making it our own.
And
So-
how'd you get involved with the event? Do you do Musicians Corner shows
Yes, yeah.
generally?
Musicians Corner is such a cool organization in Nashville and bringing great local music to the masses here in town, and so we always jump at the chance to get involved in something like this.
Big time.
Very exciting. And I know you guys do a lot of covers. I saw one on YouTube I loved, which was Honey, I'm Good.
Yes.
By
We had a
Eddie
good
Kramer.
time with that, yeah.
Yeah.
We call that our cardio song live. We just go crazy.
Oh, cool.
And jumping around everywhere. So
Yeah.
It's always interesting and cool because we have violins and fiddles and mandolins in our group to take like a pop song like that or some just obscure song for us to play and just transform it into what we do. So it's always fun.
Yeah, well,
Sounded awesome.
we talked to him a few months ago, and he was talking about how obviously he's been a mainly pop singer, but then he decided to do a country spin on it.
Yeah.
Do that with Eli Young Band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's an exciting time. Everyone's exploring new genres, and the lines are sort of blurred.
We did it before
Yes.
Eli Young Band.
You're the first.
Check YouTube. They're friends of ours. I know.
Yeah, they're actually buddies of ours, and
Yeah. Oh, is that right?
we've been on tour with them multiple times.
Oh, cool.
And so when they started playing it, we're like, "Oh, sweet!" I mean, they freaking rock it. So we're like, "All right, now what's next chapter for us?" So we've been rocking all sorts of new covers, including this Swift stuff. So
Yeah.
So
that's
would you
sweet.
tell people you're specifically country, or do you sort of dabbling in
genres
things.
you guys?
I mean,
Define
so much
yourselves
of
as.
music is format driven. So it's like the format for us is country, just like it was for Taylor Swift when
Sure.
she first started out. But obviously, she's been able to really blur the lines and go wherever she wants to go. And so, like, I think, yes, we are definitely country, but we like to, try to write our own ticket,
Yeah, absolutely. So do you tour
American
a lot
music.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
I
time.
mean,
We were out on the road with Hunter Hayes, not last fall, but the fall
Big
before
fan
that.
of him.
Yeah.
Huge.
And
Now,
so, like, Hunter, we had played on his 24-hour road race.
Oh, I remember
cool.
that. That's
Nice.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, did you guys? No kidding.
Insane.
we
Yeah,
were
I
at
bet.
5:30 in the morning.
3:45.
3:45. We played 3:45, and then at 5 a.m. right before
Yeah.
the 6 a.m. ending point.
Yep.
So you guys only have to do a
crazy.
couple
We
and not
were-
all.
Well,
the
we
whole
did
24
three.
We
hours.
did 3,
That's
yeah.
a lot.
And we flew in that night before, so we were up all night.
You just stayed
And
up.
It was
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
at
And
the
we
end of
were-
the night. It was loopy. It was awesome.
Yeah, at the time, we were on the road with another country act named Corey Smith. And so, like, we flew up to do these shows with Hunter, and then got back for the tour ending show with Corey. And we had all been up almost 48 hours at
Yeah.
the time. Like, we were just
Literally.
dead.
That
Yeah.
sounds like us covering Taylor's album release.
Oh my God.
Go time. Go.
Yeah.
You just start respecting artists like that so much, though, because we did 3 shows, but then Hunter he wound up doing 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
11
or
shows
12,
total.
That was
Yeah,
a world
just-
record, I
crazy.
think.
Yeah,
we
he
were
got
there
it.
when the people from Guinness World Records came out.
amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
The angels sang,
Yeah,
the
right.
doves flew. It was insanity.
Yeah.
We were just like,
And
I
then-
want my mom.
And we drove to the Philadelphia airport.
Yeah, we did.
good times.
Oh gosh.
I remember watching that whole event on Twitter and thinking Taylor needs to do this, like beat the record, you know,
Yeah.
go.
Listen, if there's somebody who could do it, it's probably that girl. So
Yeah.
go for it. I bet you could.
And have you guys had any past background with Taylor? Have you seen any of her shows or crossed paths with her?
We met her. When was the first
Yeah.
time we met her?
It was probably 8 or 9 years ago, probably at this point.
Oh,
wow.
She was just starting to get going, and I think
So
I was
interesting
playing for
album
an
mix.
artist named Josh Turner at the time, and we were doing a bunch of radio shows and like guitar pulls and stuff like that. And she was on one of those, and so I got to meet her then. So I was way
Oh, that's
way beyond
awesome,
the,
yeah.
Yeah.
the hugeness that she's.
Yeah.
I remember early on, like
That's right.
several years ago, I played with an artist named Lori Morgan, and I remember Lori telling me, and this was after Taylor had sort of started to blow up. I remember Lori telling me that Taylor came to her house and played for her in her garage.
What?
Like, I think she may have still been. I think she went to Hendersonville High School.
Right.
She may have been like still in high school with Lori's son. And just
No kidding.
just hanging out and played for Lori in her garage back in the day. And
That's
it's like,
insane.
Crazy.
who knew that it was going
Right,
to happen
exactly.
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear so many great stories like that, and I feel like even though she moved away from Nashville, she's still very much a part of
Oh,
Absolutely.
Nashville.
totally. Yeah,
Absolutely.
She's
Big
the
time.
sweetest. Yeah.
And and Nashville also looks at her as a source of creativity too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she's now giving back to Nashville. In Nashville creative community.
And so another question I had was, as a group, how does your songwriting process sort of work? Do you write independently and together?
Yes.
Yeah. all
It's
the
like,
above.
what do you feel like today?
We always
I
tell
don't feel
people,
creative.
when people ask us about songwriting, they're like, how does that all work out? And when you co-write with people outside of your band, we always equate it to blind dating, where you're like, that
Yeah,
first
you have to
meeting,
see-
you're not really sure. It's the meeting of the minds and seeing what kind of creative vibe each person has. And some people you click with, like, you've known them for 20 years. Some you're just kind of like, that was awesome. Let's have coffee next time.
Yeah,
that's
So
cool.
there's no rules. That's what's so crazy and beautiful and tragic and frustrating and awesome about the songwriting process, because you don't know when it's gonna hit. There's just literally no rules.
Yeah.
So
Nashville's a crazy town too, because you may have just met the person for the first time, and there's an openness about what you're going for with the writing session. So it's like, you may have just said hello, and then 10 minutes later you're like, man, I'm going through a divorce, or man, my dog just died, or whatever it is. It's like you open up right away, and I love that about this town. It's like you don't have to put on the airs. You can be truly honest with your co-writers.
big
That's
time.
awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's really awesome. Do you have new music coming out soon that you want to plug for our listeners?
Yes, yeah, we're expecting a new single out to come out sometime, hopefully before the summer. So,
Cool, very cool.
yeah, keep an eye out
Shake
for
and
it.
bake.
It's just all under the Railers on iTunes
Yep.
and
Yep.
on your website and everything.
Spotify, Pandora, all that
Yep. And we'll
Yeah.
keep posting covers and we call them covers under cover. So we'll start doing that again. We've been in the lab, aka the studio, for a while. That. So yeah.
Just in general, how do you feel about Spotify and the other streaming services? Taylor has been very vocal about that, and do you feel like it's been helpful to your career so far?
I think fortunately for us, we have the benefit of letting our record company handle that, and we're still pretty small fish in that pond, so we can't, we can't quite throw our weight around on that issue. But it's great because the label takes care of that, and I think that they have a great deal with Spotify, so that works out for us.
Absolutely, and it's great. I mean, it's great that artists are very vocal about trying to make sure that the music is rewarded accordingly, and so all this stuff's still so in the air. And so to have champions like Taylor, really involve herself in changing legislature and all that stuff. I mean, it's super cool to see major artists like that care enough about not only their own career, but for the careers of people like us who are trying to keep building how all the stuff that we've been trying to do. So it's been sweet.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's very well said. Yeah.
Yeah, it's win-win.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Well, we're really looking forward to seeing both of your performances tonight, and thanks so much for talking with us.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Absolutely.
Swiftcast.
Fierce.
At this one end, grab your passport and my hand. So it's gonna be forever. What's gonna go down the thing? You can tell me it's over. The hours working. It's they tell you I'm insane. 'Cause I got a blank space, baby.
We're here with Alana from the group Alana Royale. How excited are you for tonight?
I'm very excited.
Tell us about what you're singing.
Okay, so I'm singing Style, which is new to me as a listener. I know Taylor Swift, and I know the songs that I hear, but I've never really learned her songs. And Jared from the band is also playing, and when we had to pick a song, I just went through YouTube and played song after song, and he was like, don't know it, don't know it,
wow,
don't know it.
Kidding.
And until we got to Shake It Off, then he was like, okay, I've heard this before. So it's a very new experience for us.
Nice.
I feel like I'm telling everyone tonight when they say the song, oh, that's my favorite one on the album, and then I realize they're all my favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
You love them all.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know all the songs. I know I like Wildest Dreams. That's I think I really like the melody of that one. It's
Those
very
are my favorite songs.
Big and classic power ballad sounding. But someone's doing a song called This Love.
Crystal Bauer Socks.
Yeah, and I've never heard that song before.
It's great.
So I'm excited to hear a song for the first time as a cover and not the original song. Also, there are a lot of people who are going to hear me sing for the first time, and I probably couldn't be any more different stylistically than Taylor. So it's a very interesting thing.
That's cool, though. It's
some people will be like,
fresh,
"Oh, listen to
nice.
that." Yeah.
What genre would you categorize yourself in?
So we are a 6-piece funk soul R&B band.
I was like, I know it's
I love
three
that,
different
yeah.
things.
It's so cool.
Yes, yeah. So we have a full horn section, and I grew up listening to a lot of 50s, 60s, 70s, everything from the Jackson 5 to the Supremes and Stevie Wonder. A lot of black music, a lot of Southern soul music. Otis Redding and Sam Cooke, and then a lot of other people that aren't as famous. So that's kind of what I'm really into. But I love pop music, though. I grew up as a crazy Whitney Mariah.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
That's what I grew up doing, in my room, listening to Mariah Carey. I had a CD player on my toilet.
Sing it to your hairbrush.
Oh yes, I was so
songs.
loud in the shower. All my siblings were shut up, begging, shut up. And I remember when I was after I graduated high school, I was visiting home and I saw my brother. My brother told me he had run into someone we went to high school with, and they said, "Oh, you're Alana's brother? I never realized that." That must have been so cool growing up in a house with such a good singer. My brother was like, it was horrible. She's so annoying. She would only sing the harmonies to Lady Marmalade.
Oh, no.
And my brother was like, she's annoying. And you forget, your family's whatever.
Geez. Right.
We already know.
So you play a lot of shows around Nashville as well as on tour too, right?
Yeah, we play Nashville maybe once every 3 months. But we're home now because we're going to start recording a record. So I've been able to like make some appearances around town and do some fun stuff. So this is cool. Like I would never normally get to come out to something like this if I'm on the road. But I just did like a Kanye Jay-Z tribute show.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that downstairs.
It was
How
so much. Oh man, it was fun because I came out on stage and everyone did an original song and then did the covers. So I like did an original song and I don't think the audience knew that I was going to bring it like wicked hard.
Oh wow, yeah.
I
What'd you
really
end up
thought it.
doing?
I did Rock Boys by Jay-Z and then I did All the Lights by Kanye.
Okay,
Wow.
nice. Yeah.
With a 5-piece horn section and a French horn, auxiliary percussion. We like did the whole thing. It was really fun.
Oh, it sounds fun. It sounds awesome.
Yeah. And next, at the end of the month, I'm in a show called She's a Rebel. And it's a tribute to the girl groups of 50s and 60s. And it's an all-female band, all-female background singers, and then 20 rotating lead singers.
Wow, that's amazing.
20. Wow. No
And
kidding.
so we did it last year, and it's all these like girls from these like incredible bands who are like so talented. Girls from like Jenny Lewis's band. And last year it sold out, and it was like so cool. There were little
Sounds
girls
crazy.
there. Like it's an all-ages show, so this year is going to be really good.
Cool. And I know you were telling us earlier you've crossed paths with Taylor on occasion here in Nashville.
I was at a CMA after party, and it was so funny because I don't really know much about country music, and I had just moved to Nashville. So everyone from the show, Nashville, was there, and Taylor was there, and what's her name? Who sings Just Breathe?
Michelle Branch?
No,
I'll find out.
what's her
We'll
name?
edit it so it's not like we're stumbling around.
She's like a really famous, not Trisha Yearwood. She's like a really
Oh,
famous.
Faith Hill?
Faith Hill.
I was
of
thinking of
course.
Breathe by
Yeah.
Michelle Branch.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Faith Hill and Tim McGraw. I can't remember both their names unless I remember one name.
Right, yeah.
Faith Hill and Tim McGraw were there, and I remember like a lot of people really freaking out because it was like country royalty. And I didn't know who anyone was. Florida Georgia Line was there. I didn't know who they were. And everyone was
Wow.
like, Lana, you are such a dummy. Like, you don't know what the hell is going on. And I was like, and then I saw Taylor and I was like, hey, I know who that person is. And I saw her mom and they were like super
Yeah.
sweet. And they were just kind of like, mobbed by people and
Oh,
like
sure,
super
I'm sure.
crazy. And I just talked to her mom for a minute, but they were
Her mom is super nice, isn't she?
so nice.
Andrea? Seriously.
Yes, and you have to think that like she's been in this life, like watching people be obsessed with her daughter. So she's got to
Oh
be
my
like,
gosh.
she knows what's up,
Right.
You know, and they're really cool.
She gives the best mom hugs, by the way. I don't know if you hugged her.
I
but
didn't.
she does.
Maybe I
No?
should have
Okay.
tried
Yeah.
to.
Right,
Maybe
yeah.
like security would have like pummeled me to the
Yeah.
ground. Whatever. I should just try and hug people whenever I see them.
Have you ever been able to catch any of her shows or tours?
I've never seen her live, but I would totally go to one of her shows. I don't really get a chance to like. I made it a rule this year to like go to more shows because like when you're playing shows all the
Oh, I'm
time,
sure, right,
it gets
it's
like
crazy.
exhausting. But like Madonna was here a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I gotta see Madonna.
Oh, that's so
like
cool.
I gotta go. And
I
it
didn't
was,
even know she was still touring.
Oh man, it was so awesome. It was, and it was like when you see an arena show, it's just like even if you don't even like the music, the production and
Absolutely,
everything,
absolutely.
the energy is like really high and crazy. And I just want to see Taylor in like the hot pants, like the
Oh,
tiny
yeah.
shorts.
Right.
Because her legs are like 8 feet long, I think,
Yeah.
or maybe 8.5 feet long. I just
Somewhere
want to see
there.
those legs in real life,
Right.
like in the little hot pants.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, how did you get involved in specifically this event? Do you do Musicians Corner shows at all?
I have done one before. Actually, the year that I did it, Robin Williams was there,
Aw.
and with his brother and his sister-in-law, and he was in town filming a show, and I think we played a really bad set. It was like very distracting. We're kind of like a rowdy band, and we get like a little bit crazy, and I curse a lot, and I just kind of like run off at the mouth.
That's fun.
It's really fun. I kind of just get on stage and just like, whoa, like do my thing. But
So, do you have new music out right now on iTunes or anything coming soon?
yes, I have. Well, our record came out last September, and then in May we start recording our next record, which I'm really
In
excited
May.
about.
No
Yes.
kidding, that's coming up.
Yeah, so it's like there's 6 of us, so there's a lot of instruments and there's a lot of stuff to go around, and so you want to try and get a lot of songs, even if you're going to do less songs on the record. So, and then when you're touring a lot, it's hard to write when you're touring. That's so we've taken some time off, and in May we'll start recording. I'm really excited.
That must be quite a process. 6 people in the studio. I mean, you each have to individually record
Yes.
everything. I mean,
Yeah.
that's got to be crazy.
We do like different techniques. Like sometimes we'll all set up in different rooms and play live, so we can keep
Oh,
this
cool.
like specific energy. And that's how like old records used to be recorded.
Okay.
That everyone would kind of like when you see like old pictures of everyone around one microphone, like the Beach Boys and stuff. So we try and do stuff like that. You just try new things all the time. It's really
Oh,
fun.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I know you guys have a few shows shows coming up. I know you're coming to Chicago. You're going other places, I'm sure.
Yes.
Can everyone find that on
I'm
your
going
website?
all the places.
Nice, everywhere.
No stone unturned. Yep, AlanaRoyale.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it, I'm there.
Cool, very nice. Well, we're super excited for tonight, and thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us.
Thank you, and I really like your guys' outfits.
Well, thank you. Oh,
Thank
great.
you.
Thank
Your
you.
audience can't see you.
We try. Crystal Bowersox. You just got done sound checking for the show tonight. Sounded great. This
Thank
love.
you. Thank you very much. Yeah, we've spent some time learning this song. I think it's a really well-written tune.
Yeah, for sure. And I was really excited when I heard that you were doing the show because I've watched you ever since American Idol, and I used to be a very, very big American Idol follower, the tours and everything. So you're touring to promote your current album, all that for this right now, correct?
Well, I guess I perpetually am on tour. I don't know that I look at it as like the so-and-so named tour. I'm a working musician, and I live on and off the road. I'm also a mother, so that's my number one priority. And so I split my time between, going on a 2-week run and then being home and cooking dinner and doing homework. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, it's a good life.
So how did you get involved with this particular show tonight?
I was approached by someone at my agency, and I thought, why the heck not? It's, I saw it as a challenge because I feel like my music is quite a bit different than Taylor's, and I don't know, I really like to do things that force me to, I guess, reach out beyond my own comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense. So did you sort of lay out the version of the song and try and put your own spin on it then?
Yeah. What made you decide on this love, first of all?
Someone suggested it.
Okay, yeah. Great. Seriously, it's one of the best songs on the entire album, so I think you chose quite well.
Thank you. I mean, I'll be honest, and I risk sounding like a jerk here, but
okay.
I live under a rock.
Okay, is that right?
And I think, other than the songs that have gone to radio, this is the only other song on the record that I've heard.
Really? No kidding?
Yeah, but when I listen to it, the intricacies in the production of the song, it's beautiful. There's so much going on. And it just kind of has this feeling of floating on a cloud.
Right, absolutely. And I was listening to you. The word I described was harmonious. It was just this very nice, flowing, seriously, great cover.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. And so I had to. I printed out the lyric. I listened to the original, figured out the chords, and then tried to honestly not listen to Taylor's version again. And I thought, well, if this were my song and I were cutting it on my own record, how would I present it? And so I called my friends. I have a wonderful mandolin player, David Freeman. He's a Nashville local here. And my drummer, Derek Lewis, who is great with acoustic instruments and more percussion than, like a full kit sound. I didn't want a big anthemic thing. I think this song is very delicate and tender. And so I wanted to keep the arrangement that way as well.
And I think you mentioned earlier you took a little bit of inspiration from Ryan Adams' version as well.
Well, I listened to Ryan's version, and I think he did a great job with the album. But I felt like on his album, this was the one song that didn't get as much love, which is kind of funny. It's called Just Love. So I listened to his version, and then we've been joking about. I'm singing it with my friend Robbie Hecht, who's a great songwriter, and also Gracie Schramm. And we've had this little inside joke going, like, we're in competition with Ryan Adams. Like, whose version is better, Ryan or mine, as far as the acoustic, approach to it. So, sorry, Ryan, I think we beat you.
Oops.
Whoops.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll leave it up to the people.
Well, he spent a long time just sort of recreating each song, so I guess some songs probably got more attention than others, but
He has all of my respect. I mean, it's an undertaking, and he did a great job on that project.
Now, as far as your genre, you're not quite country, you're not quite folk, you're sort of a mix of things. How would you describe it?
I think the blanket term is Americana.
Oh, cool.
I think that really envelops a lot of different styles of music these days, so I'll go with Americana.
Do you feel like that style has changed over time, or has you've always sort of been... I guess that's how I would classify your earlier stuff, too.
I guess so, yeah. It's singer-songwriter, folk blues, rock, chick with guitar, Americana.
Whatever you're feeling.
But there's a lot of pop influence as well, because I grew up, I would say, economically challenged and couldn't afford anything else other than the free radio. So I listened to a lot of top 40 music on all the stations, country and pop and alternative and everything. So I really was only exposed to, in those formative teenage years, to pop music, and then started branching out and hearing other things. So there's a lot of influence in what I do of the 90s music.
Mm-hmm. How would you describe someone coming to one of your concerts who's never seen you before, sort of what to expect?
A lot of bad jokes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, bad jokes.
That keeps it fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Some of the stuff is more up-tempo rock. At one of my shows, I really want people to leave feeling happier than they were when they got there. That's my main goal. But as far as the music goes, I'd say earthy roots, organic kind of thing. Organic is such an abused term, I feel like, these days, but I'll go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, do you have any current music out on iTunes that you want to let our listeners know about?
I do. I have 2 full-length LPs that I've released since my debut on American Idol, and 2 EPs, which are extended play. And I am currently writing and working towards a new album that I'll be recording sometime this summer.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
New music coming your
And
way.
you record that here in Nashville?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a great place to do it.
It is. It's like a kid in a candy store here. There's so much talent to choose from.
Well, awesome. Thanks so much, and we're really looking forward to the performance tonight.
Yes,
Thank
you very much.
And
I'm very
thanks,
excited.
Thanks, Taylor, for such a great song. This was really a lot of fun to work on.
Awesome. Well, thanks.
Thank you.
you, Hun, before the show. Are you excited for tonight?
Oh yes, definitely. Are you guys excited?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Seriously, there's so many people here. Like, the energy's crazy. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. I know a few of the people. Like, I'm friends with Matthew Perryman Jones.
Oh, cool.
We co-wrote a song on my last record together. And
Oh, that's awesome. Nice.
But it's cool. There's so many good people here
Mhm.
tonight. It's gonna be fun.
Well, tell us just a little about how you got involved with the event and what you're playing tonight.
I got involved because it's a fundraiser for Musicians Corner, which is a free concert that Nashville does in Centennial Park.
It's a great organization.
Yeah, it's every Saturday and it's completely free. Like, and they've got all kinds of food trucks and stuff. And so I've played that twice now. I've been here in Nashville for about 2 years, and so I played that twice, and that kind of got me in with them, and they liked me, so they asked me to come and do a tribute for this thing. So,
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, seriously.
yeah, it'll be fun.
What are you playing tonight?
I wish I was playing a Taylor Swift song.
Oh, okay.
But,
Yeah.
I actually like. There's a mashup that I do in like a lot of my live shows. It's Shake It Off and Can't Tell Me Nothing by Kanye
I was
West.
about to say
Yeah.
that. I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I love that. It was
Yeah.
so cool. It was so
and
different.
I know. I thought I saw some like similarities in the messages of the song, and so I kind of played on that. But yeah, so I've got like a cover on that on YouTube of me and my full band playing it. I couldn't play it today because it's supposed to be either from the album 1989 or
The
from
year
the year
1989,
1989.
yeah.
So I couldn't throw in Kanye West.
I think Taylor would be okay with
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
okay, right?
yeah. And sometimes I do like a funny little thing, like in the middle of the song when I stop it, I'll be like, "Hold on, I'm gonna let you finish," and then I start the Kanye part. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. So I'm doing "Love Song" by The Cure.
Okay, cool.
So I've always been a fan of The Cure. So
Very cool.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I think we were all just excited when 1989 the album first came out, just to bring more attention to the whole 80s sound and bring some of that back. So.
Definitely, she did a really good job of making that making it a little bit newer for fresh ears that are had never listened to songs
Right.
from the 80s.
Yeah.
There's like little throwback things.
Oh,
in
absolutely
there that
right.
you like.
Just like peppered
yeah,
throughout.
yeah, it's really awesome. That's one thing I really like about Taylor. She's just good at recreating stuff.
Yeah, like I Wish You Would, for example, sounds like it should be straight out of a John Hughes film.
Right.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's true. But
So,
that's cool.
other than the Taylor mashup, are there other mashups that you like playing or artists you like to cover?
I think that's the only mashup I've done. I cover a lot of the other different stuff. I mean, like it ranges, quite because like I'm a fan of a lot of stuff. So I mean, like I've covered like Johnny Cash sometimes. Or,
Oh, cool.
Sometimes recently I covered a song by The Weeknd.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
You really are. You're like all over the map.
Yeah,
That's
it was
crazy.
it was interesting.
Would you
But,
put yourself in a particular genre for your own original music?
Yeah, I think my original music. I mean, people ask me that, and genres these days are all like so many different words, unless you're, unless you're
true.
just like pop.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but so I just usually say like alternative rock.
Okay.
Alternative singer-songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Cool, very
Right.
nice. Who
Which
are
is
you
my
most...
favorite genre. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that. Really?
That's cool.
It is.
I mean,
It
like,
actually
yeah,
is,
I
yeah.
guess it could
Mhm.
be. I would compare it to like a mix between Coldplay and Ed Sheeran, maybe. Like,
Oh, nice.
We're
I
big
like
fans
that.
of both
Yeah.
those
yeah,
Of course, right.
Yeah. So if like Chris
Just by
Martin went
default.
solo, and,
Right,
like,
yeah.
Baby with like,
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
The two of them have performed together before,
Yeah.
Ed and Chris, which that was one of my favorite performances. They did Yellow. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'd never seen that.
Yeah,
That's
he came out
awesome.
as a special guest for Ed. And
Really?
Obviously, I
Dude.
wasn't there, but the
I
video
bet that
was
was
amazing.
so good. That's cool. But that was an experience.
If you could duet with Taylor on any song, what would you
Ooh.
do?
What would you choose?
Oh man,
No pressure.
That's
no
so
pressure.
hard.
A little pressure.
Okay, this is gonna sound really weird.
Okay,
This
that's
is
cool.
gonna be
No,
different.
please, yeah.
I used to love the song "Hey Steven."
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
so much.
seriously.
And I think
that is so
I
cool.
think me and her could do that really good, like just acoustic.
She
like,
hasn't
two
played that
guitars.
in years.
I
What
know,
was it?
Yeah.
I know, and I love that song so much. It's so
Seriously.
catchy.
Mhm.
It's just like
I'm glad you're familiar
Yeah.
with more than just
Yeah.
like 1989.
yeah,
of
and she
Taylor.
wrote that song. I'm pretty sure I remember hearing something about.
With Steven from Love and Theft.
Yeah, it was like about him, or she was like
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
touring with him or
Mhm.
something.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah, that's a really cool story. But I always loved that song. I like first heard it when I was like a freshman in high school or something.
Have you been able to catch her out on tour over the years?
I've seen her one time. I saw her on the Red tour.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And it was awesome. It was so great.
Where at?
Here in Nashville? Or?
No, I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, cool.
So I was in Tulsa, and I saw her with my sister, and I had really close seats, so it was so awesome. I've always liked Taylor, so
you've seen the whole Swiftie concert
yeah,
experience.
it's insane.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's like a Broadway show.
It really is.
So much dancing, and there was one point I was so mad because I was right next to the catwalk, and so she does this thing where she goes around the whole arena and she walks and touches people, and so I was closer to the catwalk rather than closer to the end of my row. So I shuffled my way down through people, and I finally get to the end of the row and she's coming around the arena, and she's probably 100 feet away. I'm like, heck yeah, I'm gonna touch her. It was gonna be great, and I'll get a high five, and there was a security guard standing at the end of each row. And he was huge. He was 3 of me and one person. He was big, and so he was directly in front of me. And I had 2 moms on each side of
moms,
me.
You gotta watch
they
sometimes.
they had both their
They're not having it.
they were guarding me basically, and so I couldn't reach around the security guard. It would have been awkward because I would have been hugging him because he's facing me.
You're right. You should have anyway.
I know. So I was just I had to watch her go by. She was 5 feet away, and I was just no.
We know that struggle, definitely.
Yeah.
At least you got the up close
Yeah,
experience.
it was cool.
Yeah.
She was she towered over her bodyguard. She's so tall.
Oh, I know she is.
It was
Seriously,
crazy.
right.
I was wow. Yeah.
That's awesome, though. That's cool.
Do you have any original music out on iTunes right now that our listeners should check out?
Yeah, definitely. I just released an EP back in October, and it's just self-titled. It's Zeke Duhan, and it's got 6 songs on it. And I recorded it with a dude named Charlie Peacock, who produced the Civil Wars and
I love Civil Wars.
Switchfoot and Ben Rector and a bunch of
Yeah.
Big names, yeah.
yeah. So they're all people that I listen to all the time. So it was really cool to work with him. And so we released that in October, and I've got actually the first single off of it, Faith and Hope, it's been on a couple Spotify playlists.
Yeah, I saw it on Spotify.
Yeah, so that's been cool. I've been getting some more listeners that way, so it's been a really organic, thing. But it's been really cool, and I've been touring and stuff since then when I can. And so whenever I tour, I just play acoustic. But the EP is full band.
Oh, cool.
It's a full band rock sound.
There's an element that's lost with because I love just acoustic set lists basically.
Me too.
Compared to, bands are great. Don't get me wrong, but there's something nice about acoustic.
It's true, and especially when you can see an artist that can do both of them really well.
Right, exactly.
Like Taylor. she
Absolutely.
those covers that she just really, or not covers, her and the Electric playing
Acoustic.
Wildest Dreams recently. It was so
God,
good.
we're
Oh,
obsessed with
seriously.
that.
That's cool whenever you can. An artist can do that with their song. They can play it in a bunch of different ways, and it can still be just as impactful.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for talking to us. We're really excited for tonight. It's going to be great.
Yes.
No, thank you guys so much. Thanks for having me.
Well, good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
However far away, I will always love you. However long I stay, I will always love you. Whatever words I say, I will always love you. Yes, I will always love you.
We're now here with Jill Andrews, and we're very excited because you are singing Out of the Woods tonight, one of the best songs on 1989.
I'm so excited. Seriously.
I'm excited too. Yeah, it's a tricky song to pull off, honestly. I've listened to it several times now, and just trying to make it my own.
Well, what made you decide on Out of the Woods?
I really like the chorus. The chorus is so catchy, and I like the. I just like the idea of it. The idea of the,
Of the song itself.
the song, the concept behind it. I think it's really cool.
It's cool. You have a lot to live up to because Taylor describes it as the cornerstone of the album, one of her favorite songs that brings the entire album together. So
yeah, cool.
So, yeah.
Well, hopefully
So I'm
that's what I'll
excited,
do
yes.
tonight.
Right. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, you must have joined onto this event pretty early to get a good pick of songs and get that one.
I guess I did, yeah, because I was like, is this one taken? And I was really surprised that it wasn't taken, so, yeah.
Well, do you have any other favorite songs from the year 1989 or other people you're looking forward to seeing tonight?
Well, yeah, honestly, I didn't really delve too far into the year 1989 to figure out what came out.
Sure, right.
I just was like, oh, that song would be fun to do, so I just decided. But everyone sounds amazing.
Yeah,
so I'm excited.
Every sound check we hear sounds just incredible.
Seriously.
I feel like it's really doing Taylor justice.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think when Taylor was talking about writing Out of the Woods, she talked about how it captures really the emotion of a relationship, and I think that everyone can kind of put their own spin on it. Did you figure out a certain approach to how you're going to perform it, basically?
Yeah, I mean, her version is really cool. It's more like up tempo, and my version is just the opposite. It's the lyrics are they're really emotional and heartfelt, and I just was trying to bring that out a little bit. So yeah.
Let's talk about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's talk about your music.
Okay.
So you have a new EP.
I have a a record.
A full record. Oh my gosh!
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It came out September 25th.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And what's the name?
It's called The War Inside.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm really, really proud of it.
Did you put all of that together here in Nashville?
Yes,
it
I
seems
did.
like the common answer for most of the people we're talking to today.
Yeah, I mean, I live here, so I've been here about 5 years, so I just was working on it here, just writing a lot for it. So.
Did you have any inspirations or anything, either people or events that happened, or anything that really you think kind of defined your songwriting for the album?
I mean, definitely. Not one thing that completely stands out, but I was inspired by Nashville is just like it's just a beautiful place for creativity, and there's so many creative people here, so many people that write beautiful songs, and I was lucky to get to hang out with those people and call them friends.
Any co-writers that you worked with?
Yeah, I worked with my friend K.S. Rhodes and my friend, who else? Trent Dabbs. A lot of people. I mean, there are a lot more than just that. Daniel Tashin. There's just a lot of really, really talented folks here. So.
Do you describe yourself in a particular genre?
I would say kind of in the middle of like indie pop, indie rock. Yeah, but my background is very folky, and you'll hear that tonight. So yeah,
excellent.
Yeah.
Do you tour, or do you mostly play local shows here?
I tour. Yeah. So yeah, it's good.
Cool. Well, do you want to tell our listeners where they can find your stuff on iTunes and your tour dates?
Sure. Yeah. Well, my name is Jill Andrews, and on iTunes it's just under my name, and my new record is The War Inside, and I've got several other ones preceding that. So, and my website is jillandrews.com.
Cool. Very cool.
Excellent.
Well, I'm super excited to see you perform tonight.
I am so
it's gonna
stoked.
Be great.
Yes.
Thanks. I am too. It'll be really fun.
We were lying on the couch. I remember you took a Polaroid of us, then you discovered the rest of the world was black, and we were screaming in color. I was thinking, are we out of the woods? Are we out of the woods? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear? Are we in the clear? The clear yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we out of the woods? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Good.
We're here with Louisa Wendorf and Devin Dawson. You guys probably remember them from their viral mashup of Blank Space and Style. How are you guys doing?
What's up? So good. How are you?
Chilling.
We were so excited when we saw
Seriously.
that you were here doing the show.
So are we.
We're probably a little more
We
excited.
were stoked to be asked to play.
It's gonna
That's
be
got to be
sweet.
my favorite cover of any Taylor
Wow.
Swift. Is your
Oh my
guys'
gosh.
That's
Thank
a
you so
huge
much.
statement, man. Thank you.
Yeah, seriously, absolutely.
Well, we went to a
What was-
whole bunch of shows on the tour, so we saw your video.
Like every single time.
Yeah,
Every
oh,
time.
seriously.
We
yeah.
did.
Every
Oh
time.
So we lucked out and got like friends and family tickets from her management company, at the Nashville show, so we could go see it. And of course, in our fashion, we were showing up late, and we didn't see our own video for it. So everyone we got there, and everyone you guys did so good. Did you see it? And we're like,
Like,
no, we
no.
didn't see it.
But we were happy to hear that we
Yeah.
missed it by 30 minutes and not by
Yeah, just,
5
That would be
minutes.
frustrating.
Because then we go, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So,
We were
You live and
so
learn.
in shock that it was happening that we just.
I know.
Well, yeah, that was
Seriously.
one of my questions. Was when did you get the offer, the call, letting you know that it was going to be part of the tour?
Oh,
my gosh,
man.
In March?
Yeah, it was just a random. I don't even know when the day was, but
I think it was in March.
yeah, somebody called me and said hey, can I give your email to to her and her management? And I was like, yeah, what's going on? And they're like, oh, I don't know, well, you'll figure it out. And they emailed and they're like, hey, thank you guys so much. We love what you did, and and we'd like to make it a part of the tour if that's okay with you. And I think I said something like, why are you thanking me?
We're like, no, it's not okay, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's sort of the thing with Taylor. She's like, thank you. Like, no, Taylor, thank you.
Well, that's just kind of
yeah.
how she is. I feel like
Exactly.
you know what I mean.
Absolutely is, right.
So yeah, it was just a really really cool opportunity that we obviously jumped at, and it's kind of surreal.
yeah, definitely.
Now, what's the story behind actually putting together the mashup? What inspired you guys, I guess, to do that?
I'd been listening to her record kind of nonstop. And it was just,
Like
think
all of
it's-
us, I'm
it
sure.
should've been
out for
As we all do.
2 weeks maybe by that time.
yeah, I think 2
Okay.
weeks.
Or something like that.
And Blank Space and Style were my two favorite songs. And I was like, yo, Dev.
So yeah, she
Wanna
her kind
do
of
another
her
video?
brand at that time was mashups on YouTube
Okay,
and stuff,
right.
and we had been good friends and collaborators for a
Yeah.
couple of years, and we'd done a couple in the past, and it was it had been a while since we'd even hung out and collaborated, because we kind of we're in our own worlds, and we work, and then we come back together, and then we work, and you know what I mean.
Right.
And so it was Thanksgiving, and I think it was the first time I'd actually not been home for Thanksgiving.
Same.
We all ended
wow.
up staying here just kind of randomly, and so we kind of had what we call a Friendsgiving, and
Oh,
Made
cool.
our own
Yeah, nice.
food.
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
we all cooked dinner and went and got a Christmas tree and all this stuff, and just kind of chilled. And she was like, "Hey, we should do another mashup." And I was like, "All right, what are you feeling?" And she's like, "Taylor Swift," and I'm like, "Duh."
Let's go.
And we kind of just started singing it. I don't think I had really heard the record that much, which I think kind of helped a little bit, maybe make it our own a little, maybe, I don't know. But we kind of just jammed it out for 20 minutes, and it kind of just was one of
Fell
those
into
things
place.
that it just fell together. And I think at the end of the night we listened back to a little iPhone recording, and we're like, we have something special here.
Wow, this is kind of fun.
So we
Let's
kinda,
do something with it.
We were gonna go home for Christmas the next couple of days,
Yeah.
but we kind of you had to push your flight back.
Yeah,
and
I
you were
changed my flight for later that day and got money back from it,
Okay.
so we would have time to shoot.
So it was a win-win.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, and
Sometimes
then
when you have an idea, you just have to go.
Well,
for
that's the
it.
thing.
yeah,
we
you just
knew.
because we were gonna be gone for however long.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
Like
we
3
knew,
weeks.
we had something special, and it was something where it's let's
Why
just
wait
do
if
this
we can
because
do
we
it?
want to share this and we feel good about it.
Yeah.
And that was really, like I said, that's as far as we got. We just wanted to share something that we felt good about, and so we kind of dropped everything and got it all together, and then we all went our separate ways for Christmas, and then put it out kind of around Christmas time. And
Well, is tonight the first live performance of it?
No, we've played it. Was that our first live performance?
I think
of
the
it?
first one that we did
Was at the end.
Yeah. I had a show early January of last year when we all came back, and we played it at the end of the set. At the end, it's this little kind of dive
Yeah.
bar venue,
And the second time we played it was on E at the red carpet at the Grammys.
Oh,
Oh,
wow!
cool.
How
which
did I miss
was
that?
pretty sweet. I mean,
It was nuts.
It's been insane.
It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Surreal, completely.
I don't know if I've ever seen anybody sing live on the red carpet, and I had a couple people tell me that that's the first time that happened. I don't know if that's true, but I don't know. That's
He was telling us that we were their first.
yeah, which is
yeah, I
just
mean, imagine
Yeah.
insane.
lip
That's
syncing.
insane.
And
probably
then
pretty
we melted / oh gosh,
yeah, pretty much. No, we had a
been
good time
nerve-wracking,
though.
No, it was. So,
It was
it
fun.
wasn't though.
Yeah,
Like
you
it
guys
was
were good.
so.
It was
fun.
weird. I kept saying like it's the same except the carpet's red. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly.
Like,
Fair
that
enough,
is different.
right, yeah.
Like
Mm.
I didn't. It wasn't worth it to be stressed and nervous about
No.
it because then we wouldn't be able to enjoy
true.
it.
Yeah,
So we just were like,
we're just lucky enough to be able to just be ourselves and
Yeah.
just kind of go with the flow.
I think it's amazing how something like just a random mashup idea can lead to this whole journey and
Yeah.
all of these experiences that
Totally.
you know you just decided to do it for fun and it just worked out that way.
I think that's kind of how you know you're doing something right. Is when you're on a path and you're not really, you know, you're not trying, but you're not like doing too much, you know. And
because we've both been doing music forever.
yeah, but it was just something that, you know, is if you keep doing what you're doing, and we talked about this last night, there's never been another option other than music. Like, there's never been a backup
plan
plan.
B.
There's never been, you know, so when you go through life like that, like, you're bound to hit something sooner or later, hopefully,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or at least just get some confidence every once in a while that says, hey, you're doing the right thing. you
Yeah.
know?
And do you work on your own solo music at the same time too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We
we were just saying to the girl before is that, you know, we're our own artists and we're completely separate, like, which is I
I'm
think
pop, he's country.
yeah, and like she's light and I'm dark. It's just like I don't know, it like
It just works.
which is I think why it works so cool, like, and why we have such good chemistry is because we kind of like fit in the pieces of each other, and I don't know, it's just something that works really well, you know.
And you guys both have your own music on iTunes too for our listeners to go and check out.
Correct.
We do.
So that's just under Louisa Wendorf and Devin Dawson
There you
separately,
go.
not together.
Yeah, we
I
just
have-
keep it easy. You know?
Yeah, I have a single out, and she's got an EP, a couple other singles, and yeah, so
We both have new music coming soon.
yes.
Oh, is that right? No
always,
kidding.
Yeah. I'm going in June with my producer to do a full length, and just been working really hard on writing songs and making relationships and friends and all that, and so
Nice.
just making it work, doing it all, you know. She's got some pretty cool stuff. I mean, we're just working, you know.
Yeah,
we're just
yeah,
doing
exactly,
it.
right.
Like we're lucky
Right.
enough to be able to get to do this full time, and
Yeah.
that's a blessing, man. That's not normal, you know.
Right.
And so it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, you guys make sure to check out Louisa and Devin on iTunes, and we can't wait to see you guys perform tonight.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
so
I'm
much.
so
Thanks for
stoked.
having
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Yay.
Come and pick me up, no headlights. Long drive, ending perfect, feel reckless. We'll take this way too far. It'll leave you breathless. We know us to start. Go along and stop explorers. I tell you I'm insane. I got things fixed, baby. All that you need.
We're here with Corby Lanker after the show. You really brought the house down with Bad Blood. People loved it.
They did?
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, that was awesome. Really, I love. Now we had the fortunate meeting earlier. I told you I love the ukulele. I love that. That was so cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
It felt good. I was wondering at soundcheck if it was going to translate, but it seemed like it did okay.
Well, Taylor used to
absolutely.
play a lot of songs on the ukulele in her shows, even like up through the Speak Now tour. Her acoustic set, she'd bust one out. So I feel like it's always a good addition.
And who can hate the sound of the ukulele?
Exactly.
Right.
Was Bad Blood your first choice song to perform? Or
It was. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it was. so
Nice.
good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Seriously. Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I felt like I could bring the most of me to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how would you describe your genre of your music to people who aren't familiar?
I mean, I try to write songs that mean something to me personally, and hopefully mean something to the people that listen to them. So that's probably what Taylor would say about her songs.
Yeah,
too,
absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely, yeah. And genre isn't necessarily important as long as people can connect with it.
Yeah, and when you place us like a night like tonight, where there were so many different kinds of artists,
and everybody was covering the songs, it's really evident that it really comes down to the song. Genre doesn't really matter. A song played one way works just as well as the same song played another way if it's a great song.
Absolutely. Kind of like how Ryan Adams remade Taylor's 1989 and put a totally different emotional feel on all the songs.
Honestly, listening to your cover of Bad Blood, that's what it reminded me of was Ryan Adams. Because Bad Blood typically is more of a just kind of an intense kind of song, a lot of emotion. But you guys kind of both toned it back. It was just very nice, very easy listening. I
it's
thought it
funny.
turned out great.
I'd actually probably heard the Taylor, the original version casually, on the radio and stuff. And then when I heard about this show, and I heard the original version casually, and then I bought the Ryan Adams record because I've been a fan of Ryan Adams since I was a lot younger. And so I'd listened to his versions, and then it was after I'd listened to his version of Bad Blood that I kind of got back into Taylor's, and so the version I did was kind of an amalgam of both of those.
I'm just disappointed you didn't do the rap section from the Kendrick Lamar remix.
You have to draw the lines.
Right.
Well, are you working on new music right now?
I am. I'm actually I published a book a month and a half ago, and so I've been out on a book tour, and that's been interesting because I've been playing music for 15 years probably, and this book is brand new, so I've been doing these events, readings, I guess you call them, at bookstores, but then incorporating music into those. So it's been a fun new thing that I haven't ever done before.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah,
what was the book about?
The book's about an independent indie folk singer-songwriter who travels around the country and meets interesting people.
What's it called?
It's called Medium Hero.
Nice. Cool. Okay, I'll have to check it out. But people can find your songs on iTunes and everywhere like that?
All of the normal places. Corby with a K. I'm the only one.
Korby.
That's it.
Cool. And are you going to be touring soon?
I am. I'm going back out Wednesday for about a month.
Nice.
So wow. I'll be in Indianapolis, Chicago,
I'm
Milwaukee.
in Chicago.
Oh yeah, you should come. You can come to my book event. I'm playing in Chicago at a bookstore next Friday.
Do you know the name of the store?
City Lit. Yeah.
Oh, I think I know where that's at.
It's the one. I think I'm told there's only one that really does.
Yeah, cool.
And that's
very
one.
cool.
And then I'm back there 3 weeks later at Space in Evanston.
Oh, that's a great venue. I go there all the time.
I love that place.
Awesome. Well, you guys should definitely check out Corby on all the places he mentioned, and thanks again for sitting down with us. We love the show.
You killed it tonight. Great job.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Did you, after we went, what was shiny, now it's all rust? Did you have to hear me where I'm weak, baby? I couldn't read, rub it in so deep, salt in the wound like you left and right. It's so sad to think about the good times you and I. Baby, now we got bad blood. Never used to be bad blood. Take a look at what you've done. Baby, now we got bad blood. Now we got problems. We can solve them. You made a really deep cut. Baby, now we got bad blood.
We're here with Morgan Miles just minutes after the grand finale of Shake It Off. How was tonight for you?
It was a blast. It was awesome. Just a good night of great artists and great music.
Mm-hmm.
So you came and did like a prayer from 1989, which the year obviously, which was great. It was, the energy of it, I feel like, really brought the room up a lot.
Well, thank you.
Everybody loved that out there. It was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I definitely wanted to do an up tempo, and that's pretty much my favorite Madonna song.
Oh, there you go, right?
Yeah, people were getting up and dancing. It was great to see that.
The wine finally settled in with them, right?
It's going to go in the later part of the show. Yeah. But how did you get involved in the event? Have you done Musicians Corner shows at all before?
Nope, I never have. But one of my friends knows Evan and just kind of suggested me, and Evan put the roster together. And but I hope to do more with them. I love what they do. It's a great, they put great shows together, and obviously tonight was a great show. And
yeah,
they have a good following, and
it's very cool for us to see, I think, how Taylor brings people together and
Yes,
inspires
she does.
things like this. Do you have any background? Have you crossed paths with her at all?
I used to intern for her
Oh,
back
get out of here.
when
Is that right? Mhm.
Teardrops on my guitar.
Oh,
I
cool.
was the intern
At Big Machine
at
Records?
Big Machine
Oh, that's so
for
cool.
a
Awesome.
year. I was the girl that got Taylor Swift's pantyhose.
Oh my God.
You know, took back thousands
Did
of
that.
dollars of clothing that she didn't wear.
Oh my gosh.
But I remember, as busy as she was that year, because she kind of exploded, and it was good to be an intern because I was like the only intern for everyone because it was exploding so fast. But she even bought me a Christmas gift that year. And
Aw.
as busy as people can be, it's kind of crazy. But even crazier about Taylor, her dad, Scott Swift.
Yeah, Scott.
He went to my small little Loyalstock Township high school that I went to in
Wow.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
and literally there's only like 100 people in our class. So it was kind of crazy. And my dad's stockbroker used to work with Scott Swift.
Yeah,
Okay, yep.
he still does that.
In
Yeah, big
Maryland,
finance
yeah, in Pennsylvania, so because that's where I'm from. So it's just small world.
That's crazy. That's so cool.
But she's a good person. She always has been, and I think that's why she's where she's at. 100%. You got to be humble and kind to others. It's very simple,
very true.
but it's hard for people sometimes.
Well, tell
Yeah.
us about what you're working on now, your latest EP and everything like that.
Yep, we just released a self-titled EP, Miss Morgan Miles, and January 8th. It's available now for digital retail, and we've been killing it. Like, we actually charted independently, but I did just have a meeting with Big Machine.
Oh, awesome.
exciting.
Oh,
On
it's so
Wednesday.
cool. Nice,
It was
yeah.
like, truly, it felt like full circle of...
Yeah, starting out as an
Yeah.
intern and then...
I mean, I got in my car and I cried because I
Aw.
thought it might have been like an awkward moment, like, but it wasn't. It was completely opposite, and I was like, it truly just was like a good feeling moment. So we're getting closer. I'm just meeting with labels, and hopefully
right.
somebody bites.
Right. Well,
And,
hopefully everything goes through with Big Machine. That's seriously so cool.
It-
Scott
and
Borchetta.
I gotta say, like, I've played for several now, and hopefully I'll play for more, but it just felt better than anything.
So in the meantime, while you're meeting with record labels, people can still find your stuff on iTunes, all your original songs.
Yes, everything's available, and you can definitely follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. Everything's at Morgan Miles Live.
And Miles is with a Y,
Yes,
correct?
it is.
M-Y-L-E-S.
Mhm. And yeah, so you can do all of that, and I'll be touring and everything.
Well, it was a great show, and
Seriously.
we're excited to see what's next for you, definitely.
Thank you. Keep in touch, please do. I need
right.
all the support that I can. Say a prayer, like a prayer.
Right, like a prayer. There we go.
We're here with Carolyn Glazer. The show just ended. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. It was such a fun night. Oh my gosh, so awesome.
And so you came and performed Wildest Dreams. Were you one of the first to sign up, so you got to pick one of the good songs?
I must have been because that's like my favorite song on her record. So I was.
That's so many people's favorite song. You really lucked out.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I really did.
And you did it so well.
Aw, thank you. I hope I did it justice. I don't know.
It's an awesome song.
I've been saying this all day. I keep telling everyone, oh yeah, that's my favorite song off the album, but then I realize I'm saying that about every song. It really is.
No, this is my favorite song.
I was like, oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
So catch us up with what you've been doing since you were on The Voice.
Yeah, so actually I just finished a 9-song record, so it's like the biggest project I've ever done. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a self-titled album,
Okay, cool.
so just Carolyn Glazer. And I'm kind of gearing up to release it. That's sort of what I'm doing right now. I'm just writing in Nashville. I moved here
Cool.
about a year and a half ago. So yeah, I've just been playing music and writing a lot. It's exciting.
Yeah, how has that been, the transition of moving to Nashville and getting to know the scene?
Yeah, it's been good. I love Nashville.
The city is awesome, seriously.
Yeah, it's such a little big town, so it's
Right.
yeah, I feel like I run into people all the time, but it's such a big place. Like there's so many people. It's kind of strange. Like here, I knew so many people that I didn't know I knew.
Yeah.
fun.
I remember when you were on The Voice, one of my favorite covers you did on there was Ed Sheeran, the A-Team.
Yeah,
Big Ed
thank you.
fan.
I love Ed Sheeran, so that was
so do we.
super fun.
Obviously, as Taylor Swift fans, we're huge Ed Sheeran fans
Yes,
as well. so.
naturally. Yeah, they're awesome. Oh my gosh, so fun.
And have you crossed paths with Taylor at all, like over the years?
No, I wish. That'd be cool.
Have you ever gotten to see her live?
No, I almost did here, but I didn't get to.
In Nashville. For
So
1989
devastating.
tour?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
at Bridgestone. My cousin went, and she like almost went by herself, but then one of her like colleagues went, and I'm like, could have been me. Could have been me.
Well, are you planning to tour or anything else like that coming up soon?
Yeah, I have like a small Midwest headlining tour in April.
Oh, cool. I'm from Chicago, so.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I'm from St. Louis. So
Oh, cool. Yeah, pretty
I'm-
close.
Yeah, I'm hitting St. Louis, and then we're kind of just trying to book some more around there, like Kansas and Oklahoma and Texas.
Nice.
is where we're going. Yeah, I'm excited.
Cool. Do you have any like dream collaborations for the future or hopes for your upcoming projects?
Oh my gosh, I love collaborating, so I have like so many dream collaborations. I think like my main ones, obviously Taylor Swift will be super sick being here.
Yeah.
Us too.
Yeah. But I love like Ingrid Michaelson and Sarah Bareilles. I think
Yeah.
that would be just like
There's so many just strong female singer-songwriters like
Yeah.
that right now, and I feel like more and more, especially in country, are starting to come out.
totally. It's like a time for females.
Yeah,
Go
we-
females.
We were just talking to Kelsey Ballerini a couple months ago, and that's what she was saying, that like it's sort of like one breaks through and then it opens the doors for
Yeah.
more people.
Yeah, she's like killing it. She's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's so exciting.
Well, where can everyone find your music? Just on iTunes under Carolyn Glazer?
Yeah, on iTunes, and I have like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
You're on
and all that.
Spotify too.
Yeah. The new record will be on Spotify
Cool.
and iTunes. So yeah, just check out that.
Cool. Well, you guys should definitely check that out and check out her website. And thanks again for sitting down with us.
Yes, thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
having me. This is fun.
This is getting good now. So tired, handsome his hair. So bad, does it so bad? See the end, as if it gives no condition. Say your memory, staring in the night, staring at the stars. I love some rosy cheeks, seconds in me up, even if it's just, why streams out.
We're here with Aubrey Peoples from ABC's Nashville. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You literally just came off stage like 2 seconds ago. How was the show for you?
It was great. I was shooting all day. I wasn't supposed to be shooting and found out I had to yesterday. So I was kind of high energy. I think it helped me get through the scenes faster though because I wanted to be here. So I rushed in. I basically performed right away, and then I just came off stage, and it was exhilarating because of that, but also it was just amazing. I love doing performances like stripped down like this.
So you did All You Had to Do Was Stay, and I loved your version. Had you been a fan and known that song for a while?
I mean, I have the album, of course. I mean, who doesn't?
Right, exactly.
It's such a good album, like in such an unexpected way too. I mean, Taylor Swift is amazing, but this was so unexpected, I feel like. So I definitely listened to all the songs before, but in choosing a song, I kind of was late to the game because I was a little bit behind getting on board for the show because of my schedule. And those were, that and like 2 other songs were left. And so I kind of like looked at the lyrics, and based on lyrically like what I wanted to do, I thought that this one would be perfect.
And then I found some acoustic versions on YouTube I started listening to. I was like, because this song, is super upbeat the way Taylor does it. It's like
it's funny because it's a really upbeat song with
Yeah.
really intense emotional.
Yeah, and I
Like
didn't
dark
even
lyrics,
realize.
yeah.
I mean, I'd never really taken a close look at the lyrics before. I'd always just kind of been like, "Stay," it's like so cool and 80s and poppy. But then when I listened to the lyrics, really, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so sad," which is my specialty. So it worked out. Yeah, exactly.
So how's filming been going on Nashville?
It's been awesome, especially since we came back from our hiatus, our winter break hiatus. I think that fans are going to be super shocked and surprised and excited about a lot of stuff that happens.
I'm always shocked.
When we come back, I know, us too.
And it's kind of become this life imitating art, imitating life
100%.
thing. You guys are immersed into the city, basically, and your characters, but your singers on your own, and how has that experience been, just being in Nashville?
I mean, kind of like what you just said. Like, a lot of times when people are like, how do you love Nashville? I'm like, well, it's like life imitates art. It's like very meta.
Do people come up and call you Layla on the street?
If I'm down on Broadway, a lot of drunk moms sometimes do.
That's awesome.
I had this one, assumingly drunk mom come up to me and she was like, "You look like Layla on Nashville." And I was like, "That's me." And she was like, "Yeah, okay." And I walked away. I was like, "All right, okay." But yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I love being here, and I feel like the town has been so welcoming. I mean, aside from that one woman, I guess you just didn't believe me. But we've had no negative feedback from, people that we meet or just hearsay in town. And it's been so incredible because we are all musicians in real life, but we never had the opportunity to really pursue that until we got an acting role where we got to play a musician.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Now you get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's amazing. And now we've gotten to pursue our own musical careers aside from our characters, and we're going to do the Opry and go on tour, and
That's
it's
so
crazy.
awesome. Are you working on your own stuff right now too?
Yes, I am. I'm really hoping to start recording this year and hopefully release something by next year. I've been writing basically the past year stuff that I don't hate. So yeah, I write kind of blues rock music. So you can be looking forward to that.
Well, that's really exciting, and you guys can find all of her stuff under Aubrey Peoples on iTunes and obviously under ABC's Nashville on those soundtracks. And you were great tonight, and thanks for doing this.
Thank you so much.
People like you always want back. My love played people. People like me wanna believe you. When you say you've changed, the more I think about you now. The less I know. All I know is that you drove us off the road. Hey, all you had to do was stay. Had me in the palm of your hand, man. Why'd you have to go and lock me out when I let you in? Hey, now you say you want it back. Now that it's just too late, well, it could have been easy. All you had to do was stay.
Before we go, I just wanted to say thanks again. Thanks to City Winery, thanks to Musicians Corner, to the performers. Thank you to Taylor herself for inspiring this event. It was so great to be a part of it, and we're going to wrap things up with the grand finale of Shake It Off with lead vocals by Alana of Alana Royale. Bye, guys.
That's what people say. I feel like I'm ready to
Thank you for listening to this episode of Swiftcast. Visit us on the web at theswiftcast.com. Swiftcast is not directly affiliated with Taylor Swift, Big Machine Label Group, or 13 Management.